जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So, welcome to our Chaitanya Charitamrita class. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to read Chaitanya Charitamrita in your association. So, we were discussing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after he returned from Vrindavan. He stayed in Varanasi to give a lesson to the Mayavadis. He wanted to change Mayavadis. So this time, when he was invited by the Brahmin to take prasadam in his house, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went there and he, after washing his feet, he sat on that unclean place. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also manifested his effulgence by seeing Mahaprabhu, Prakashananda Saraswati, who was the head of the Mayavadi sannyasis. He came to receive Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he came, then he received Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He went there, and there was a discussion between Mahaprabhu and Prakashananda Saraswati. He asked Mahaprabhu, "You are a sannyasi. It is the duty of a sannyasi, the dharma of a sannyasi is to study Vedanta. But you are just like a sentimentalist. You are chanting this mantra and dancing. What is this? This is not this is not a correct behavior of a sannyasi." So, after hearing from Prakashananda Saraswati, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, uh, "Actually, my dear sir, kindly hear the reason why I am behaving like this. My spiritual master considered me a fool, means murkha, and therefore he chastised me." And what did he say? Murkha tumi tumar nahi vedanta adhikar. He said, "You are an unqualified person. You have no qualification to study Vedanta. Therefore, Krishna mantra japasoda ei mantra sar." Therefore, he asked me to chant only Krishna's holy name, and he said this is the essence of the Vedic hymns. So now, what his Guru is saying further is being discussed up to text number 74. In 72, we heard Mahaprabhu said that my spiritual master, he chastised me and he asked me that I don't have qualification to study Vedanta philosophy. Therefore, I must chant the holy name of Krishna, which is the essence of all mantras. And then Prabhupada also he quoted different verses. At least one quotation was given where it says Rig Veda Thar Jajur Veda Sama Veda Pratharvana Adhitas Tena Jenoktum Haririt Chaksharadvayam. One who has chanted Hari, these two syllables, it is to be understood that such a person has completed the study of Rig, Sam, Jaju, and Atharva Veda. So then Mahaprabhu is saying what his spiritual master told him further. In text number 73, कृष्ण मंत्र हईते हवे संसार मोचन कृष्ण नाम हईते पावे कृष्णेर चरण. Mahaprabhu said,
Krishna, Padmanayana Prabhu, I think we were on text 70.
No, we are in 70? 70?
Yes, I think so, Prabhu.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Prabhu. I forgot. Okay, so text number 70. प्रभावे देखिए तमा साक्षात नारायण हिनाचार करो के ने इथे की कारण. So Prakashananda Saraswati, as I said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and after washing his feet, he sat down on that unclean place. So he came and received Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then he said, Vedanta Patha Dhyan Sannyasi Dharma. It is the duty of a sannyasi to do meditation and study Vedanta. Taha chhadi karo keno bhavukir karma. Why do you abandon these activities of a sannyasi and you are dancing like a fanatic? Then he says, further, Prakashananda Saraswati says, Prabhave dekhiye tama sakshat narayan. You look as brilliant as if you were Narayan himself. Hinachar karo kene ithe ki karan? Huh? Huh? Why do you behave like low class people? What is the cause behind you behaving like a low class people? This is Prakashananda Saraswati's question to Mahaprabhu. So Sri Prabhupada writes, due to renunciation, Vedanta study, meditation, and the strict regulative principles of their daily routine, Mayavadi sannyasis are certainly in a position to execute pious activities. Thus, Prakashananda Saraswati, on account of his piety, could understand that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not an ordinary person, but the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sakshat Narayan. He considered him to be Narayan himself. Mayavadi sannyasis address one another as Narayan because they think that they are all going to be Narayan or merge with Narayan in the next life. Prakashananda Saraswati appreciated that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already directly become Narayana and did not need to wait until his next life. One difference between the Vaishnava and Mayavadi philosophies is that Mayavadi philosophers think that after giving up their bodies, they are going to become Narayan by merging with his body. Whereas Vaishnava philosophers understand that after the body dies, they are going to have a transcendental spiritual body in which to associate with Narayan. So this is the difference between Mayavad philosophy and Vaishnava philosophy. They feel after giving up the body, they're going to become one with the Supreme. They will merge into his body. But Vaishnava, they know they're going to get a body which they will use to serve the Lord. With that body, they will serve the Lord. प्रभु कहे सुन श्रीपाद इहार कारण गुरु मरे मूर्ख देखी करिल शासन. So Mahaprabhu replied to Prakashananda Saraswati. So he's saying, please hear the reason why I am behaving like this. He's saying, my spiritual master found me a murkha, uneducated, or Prabhupada is writing fool. And therefore, he chastised me. Parilasasam. What Gurudev said? Gurudev said, that is being said from text number 72 to 74. 72, 73, then 74. These three verses. मूर्ख तुम्हें तोमार नहीं वेदांत अधिकार कृष्ण मंत्र जप सदाई मंत्र सार. He said, you are a fool. You don't have qualification to study Vedanta. Therefore, you should chant this mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is the essence of all mantras, or Vedic mantras. Prabhupada is giving a long purport. I'll read some of the purports. Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj comments in this connection one can become perfectly successful in the mission of his life if he acts exactly according to the words he hears from the mouth of his spiritual master. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is acting according to the words of his spiritual master. The way spiritual master instructed him is acting. Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Swami Thakur says, this is the success when one follows spiritual master's instruction. This acceptance of the words of the spiritual master is called Sautavakya, which indicates that the disciple must carry out the spiritual master's instructions without deviation. In this connection, one thing we need to learn, Guru gives different instructions to different disciples. Some disciple Guru may say, you go and preach. Some disciple Guru may say, you do management. One disciple Guru may ask, you get married. Another disciple Guru may say, don't get married. Guru will instruct these different disciples according to their qualification. But out of pride, a devotee should not think that, oh, he is instructed by Guru Maharaj to do this, I should also do this. I am qualified to do this. No, we should not be in confusion. Whatever my Guru Maharaj has asked me to do, we should remain stick to Guru's advice. Why is that? When we follow Guru's advice as it is, and we continue our service, Guru's blessing is there and we will be successful in our service. There is no question of defeat. On the other hand, if we become ill-behaved, we just follow our mind and we don't remain stick to Guru's instruction, how much we may try, will not become successful in our endeavor. This is the point. You need to know this. That's why Guru Vakya is very, very powerful. We have to follow it without deviation. Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur remarks in this connection that a disciple must accept the words of his spiritual master as his life and soul. Because Prabhupada did that. Prabhupada said, when he read this verse in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur said that, Bhusakhayantasya buddhya abhyavasaya, right? That means one who doesn't follow the instructions of his Guru, his mind will be, his buddhi will be many branched, intelligence will be many branched. So that's why Prabhupada said, after hearing this verse from Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, I was fully fixed on the instructions of my Guru. Guru Maharaj had asked me to go and preach in the West, so I took it very seriously. So now he is saying, spiritual master's instruction is his life and soul. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu here confirms this by saying that since his spiritual master ordered him only to chant the holy name of Krishna, he always chanted the Hare Krishna Mahamantra according to this direction. Krishna mantra japasada ei mantra sar. My Guru Maharaj told that Krishna mantra is the essence of all Vedic hymns. Therefore, you should chant, and I have taken to this chanting. Then Prabhupada writes, although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, the spiritual master of the entire universe, he nevertheless took the position of a disciple in order to teach by example how a devotee should directly follow the orders of his spiritual masters. In executing the duty of always chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. One who is very much attached, one who is very much attracted to the study of Vedanta philosophy must take lesson from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this age, no one is actually competent to study Vedanta, and therefore It is better than one chant the holy name of the Lord, which is the essence of all Vedic knowledge. Uh, then he says, Krishna says, Vedasya Sarva Rahana Vidya. Uh, so, one thing is, disciple should understand that he is not a qualified person to take the decision on his own. Whatever Guru says, he should follow as it is. And he should continue his Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada, here he said no, that once there is no need to study Vedanta. But towards the end of the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that this verse was quoted, no, that anyone who chants the two-syllable Hari has already studied the four Vedas. Srila Prabhupada is saying, taking advantage of these verses, there are some Sahajiyas who, taking everything very cheaply, consider themselves elevated Vaishnavas but do not care even to touch the Vedanta Sutra or Vedanta philosophy. Then he says, a real Vaishnava should, however, study Vedanta philosophy. But if after studying Vedanta, one does not adopt the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, he is no better than a Mayavadi. Therefore, one should not be a Mayavadi, yet one should not be unaware of the subject matter of Vedanta philosophy. Indeed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his knowledge of Vedanta in his discourse with Prakashananda Saraswati. Thus, it is to be understood that a Vaishnava should be completely conversant with Vedanta philosophy, yet he should not think that studying Vedanta is all in all, and therefore he be unattached to the chanting of the holy name. You see, this is a very important point. Some devotees, they give lot of emphasis on to studying. Some devotees, they give emphasis on to deity worship. Some devotee give emphasis on to uh, mm, uh, maybe dhambas. Okay, so some give emphasis on to sadhu sangha. But we need to understand that when these practices are done independently, that is not correct, because holy name is all pervading. Means when all these sadhu sangha, nam sangha, bhagavat shravan, even living in the holy dham and other angas of bhakti, when executed with chanting of the holy name, they actually render the result. So that is why when here it is said that Prabhupada is saying some Mayavadis, they think because we are chanting the name of Hari, that's why we don't need to study Vedanta because we know Vedanta. That is foolishness. No, they have to study. Then after studying, what they should do, the end result is they should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. The end result of Vedic study, or the end result of Vedanta study is chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that means after studying Vedanta, if somebody is not becoming more serious in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, his so-called study of Vedanta philosophy is useless. On the other hand, we can say anyone who, after studying Vedanta philosophy, he has become more serious in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, then we can say his study of Vedanta philosophy has borne real fruit. of the study of Vedanta. Otherwise, we will remain on the platform of Sahaja. Prabhupada says, one who has taken shelter of the holy name of the Lord, which is identical with the Lord, does not have to study Vedanta philosophy, for he has already completed all such study. That means, after studying Vedanta philosophy, one should come to the point that holy name and Krishna are identical, and he should chant Krishna's holy name. One who is unfit to chant the holy name of Krishna but thinks that the holy name is different from Krishna and thus takes shelter of Vedanta study, in order to understand him, must be considered a number one fool. Uh, he doesn't want to chant, and he's thinking name and Krishna are different. By studying Vedanta, I can find Krishna. There again, Mayavadi, they are number four, full number one. So therefore, if we study Vedanta, or even we can say Bhagavatam, like we are studying Chaitanya Charitamrita, our goal should be to become more dedicated to chanting the holy name of the Lord. That should be the result. Okay. कृष्ण मंत्र हईते हवे संसार मोचन कृष्ण नाम हईते पावे कृष्णे चरण. So Guru told to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, one can obtain freedom from material existence. Indeed, simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one will be able to see the lotus feet of the Lord. In his Anubhashya, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami says that the actual effect that will be visible as soon as one achieves transcendental knowledge is that he will immediately become free from the clutches of Maya and fully engage in the service of the Lord. Unless one serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead Mukunda, one cannot become free from fruitive activities under the external energy. So that means service to the personality of Godhead by using our senses is the only way to become free from the clutches of this material existence. Therefore, the verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita in Nectar of Devotion says, Yaha jasya haredasya karmana manasagira nikhra swapyavastasu jivan mukta sovachyate. The secret of becoming jivan mukta, free from the material existence, is that he has to engage his bodily limbs in the service of the Supreme Lord. Without engaging our senses in the service of Mukunda, we cannot become free from the external energy or fruitive activities under the external energy. Actually, elsewhere it is mentioned, those who perform deity worship, archan, they actually gradually they lose taste for karma kanda activities. Therefore, when we read such kind of statements in the Shastra, we should be firmly fixed in rendering pure devotional service. Then Prabhupada further goes on commenting on the purport. According to the Vedic principles, there are three stages of spiritual advancement, namely Sambandha Gyan, Avideya, and Prayojan. Sambandha Gyan refers to establishing one's original relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Avideya refers to acting according to that constitutional relationship, and Prayojan is the ultimate goal of life, which is to develop love of Godhead. Prema Pumartha Mahan. So, further down Prabhupada he says, If one adheres to the regulative principles under the order of the spiritual master, he very easily achieves the ultimate goal of his life. A person who is addicted to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra very easily gets the opportunity to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. There is no need to there is no need for such a person to understand the grammatical jugglery in which Mayavadi sannyasi generally indulge. To serve the Lord, we don't need to become a pandit in Sanskrit. Actually, all Mayavadi school, they think the sannyasi must know Sanskrit and they should be able to interpret the meaning of a word. That's a jugglery. But then again, same Shankaracharya said, nahi nahi rakshati dunkri karane. Means just by having we're saying simply by juggling grammatical suffix and prefixes, one cannot save himself from the clutches of death. Nahi nahi rakshati dunkri karane. Uh, just having grammatical knowledge, just by knowing or having the art of adding the suffix and prefix and then extracting the meaning from the Sanskrit word is not going to help one, save one from the clutches of death. Uh, the grammatical word jugglers cannot build a devotee who engages in chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I was saying another day that just by having Sanskrit knowledge, one cannot understand Krishna consciousness properly. I don't know whether I gave this example to you or not. I have seen this actually. Once I was in Haridwar uh, and two devotees, they were discussing. So the Pandit, who was, you can say, so-called knowledgeable person in Sanskrit grammar, there's a word in Gopi Gita, Ghana Rajaswalam. Rajaswalam. So the Sanskrit Pandit, he applied his Sanskrit grammatical knowledge, then he said Rajaswalam, Rajaswalam. Then the other devotee, even though he doesn't have so much grammatical knowledge, but he has a good understanding of the Siddhanta. And he has some knowledge of Sanskrit. But he is a better devotee. He said, how can you say break this Rajaswalam, Rajaswalam? If you break this word Rajaswalam, it is not conveying a befitting meaning here in this context. See, a devotee will always study the context and he will try to apply the meaning. Not that just having grammatical knowledge by breaking or adding suffixes and prefixes, one will be able to extract the contextual meaning. No, therefore, a Vaishnava who has studied under the guidance of another Vaishnava, he will be able to extract the correct meaning. Therefore, we don't just give emphasis on to having Sanskrit knowledge. Like in India, in South India, there are so many people nowadays, they are taking interest in reading Sanskrit because they want to speak in Sanskrit, they want to write something in Sanskrit. That is not the goal of reading Sanskrit. Goal of reading Sanskrit is to follow a Vaishnava Acharya and we should be able to extract the correct meaning to bring ourselves closer to Krishna or to have more dedication to serve Krishna. That should be the goal. Prabhupada is saying, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu presented himself as a grand fool, yet he maintained that all the words that he had heard from his spiritual master strictly followed the principles stated by Vyasadeva in Srimad Bhagavatam 176. Anarthopamam sakshat bhakti yoga madhaksaje lokasya janato vidyam chakri saktato samhitam. The material miseries of a living entity, which are superfluous to him, can be directly mitigated by the linking process of devotional service. But the mass of people do not know this, and therefore the learned Vyasadeva compiled this Vedic literature, Srimad Bhagavatam, which is in relation to the supreme truth. One can overcome all misconceptions and entanglement in the material world by practicing Bhakti Yoga. And therefore, Vyasadeva, acting on the instruction of Sri Narada, has very kindly introduced Srimad Bhagavatam to relieve the conditioned souls from the clutches of Maya. Lord Chaitanya, spiritual master, instructed him, therefore, that one should read Srimad Bhagavatam regularly and with scrutiny to gradually become attached to the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Again, study of Chaitanya Charitamrita, study of Bhagavatam should help us to become attached to chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. If we haven't come to this point of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra offenselessly, then our so-called study of scripture uh, is not actually successful. Then, next, his Guru Maharaj said, Nam binu kalikale nahi ar dharma sarva mantra saranam ei shastra marma. In this age of Kali, there is no religious principle other than the chanting of the holy name, which is the essence of all Vedic hymns. This is the purport of all scriptures. Prabhupada's purport. The principles of the Parampara system were strictly honored in previous ages, Satyayug, Tretayug, and Dwapar. But in the present age, Kali Yuga, people neglect the importance of this system of Srauta Parampara or receiving knowledge by disciplic succession. You see, when we read this Vedic literature, uh, of course, originally Vedic literature is written in Sanskrit. Uh, we cannot understand all Sanskrit texts properly because there are a lot of hidden meaning content in those words. So the guru, he has heard from his guru has heard from his guru. Now I need to also hear from my guru. Then only I will be able to properly explain or understand the texts. Therefore, this parampara system to receive knowledge through Guru Parampara is very, very essential. Otherwise, we will just simply concoct, read and concoct. Or sometimes what we'll do, we'll try to see the external world and we'll try to give an explanation of the Vedic scripture depending on our experiences with the external world. But actual explanation of the Vedic literature is hidden in the heart of the devotees. Dharmasya tattvam nehta buhaya. Mahajana jana gata satanta. So you have to follow the Mahajana, previous acharyas. We need to hear from them and then we will be able to understand and we can also explain after that. Therefore, parampara is very important. In this age, people are prepared to argue that they can understand that which is beyond their limited knowledge and perception through so-called scientific observations and experiments, not knowing that actual truth comes down to men from authorities. This argumentative attitude is against the Vedic principles, and it is very difficult for one who adopts it to understand that the holy name of Krishna is as good as Krishna himself. Uh, uh, Actually, what happens? When we don't follow parampara system, we will be following some nonsense people actually. That is what happens. Everybody is following someone. This is the fact of life, right? Nobody is his own guru. He actually follows somebody. Then when we are not following the proper authority, following parampara system, what will happen? Uh, we will follow some cheaters. That's it. Prabhupada writes, this is a nice, beautiful purport, I'll read. Since Krishna and his holy name are identical, the holy name is eternally pure and beyond material contamination. It is the supreme personality of Godhead as a transcendental vibration. The holy name is completely different from material sound, as confirmed by Narottam Das Thakur, Goloke Pramadhan Harinam Sankirtan. The transcendental vibration of Harinam Sankirtan is imported from the spiritual world. Thus, although materialists who are addicted to the experimental knowledge of the so-called scientific method cannot place their faith in the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is a fact that simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra offenselessly, one can be freed from all subtle and gross material conditions. The spiritual world is called Vaikuntha, which means without anxiety. In the material world, everything is full of anxiety. Kuntha. Whereas in the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, everything is free from anxiety. Therefore, those who are afflicted by a combination of anxieties cannot understand the Hare Krishna mantra, which is free from all anxieties. In the present age, the vibration of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the only process that is in a transcendental position beyond material contamination. Since the holy name can deliver a conditioned soul, it is explained here to be Sarva Mantras are the essence of all Vedic hymns. And then he speaks about Mayavadi, who do not have faith on this mantra, or they consider Hare Krishna Mahamantra and the Supreme Lord are different, even though they undergo severe austerities and try to rise to the exalted position, because they don't have respect to the lotus feet of the Lord, then they fall down from their position. So the next Mahaprabhu says, Eto boli eko slok sikhai lamare kanthe kari ei slok kari ho vichare. After describing the potency of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, my spiritual master taught me another verse, advising me to always keep it within my throat. Means, he said, my spiritual master told me to memorize this verse. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Iva Kevalam. Kalau nastyeva 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 gatiranyatha. For spiritual progress in this age of Kali, there is no alternative. There is no alternative. There is no alternative to the holy name. The holy name, the holy name of the Lord. That means, as you know, in Satyajug, meditation was the process to attain the Lord. And Tretaju was the performance of yajna. Dwaparaju by performing worship, paricharya to the deity, one was able to attain the lotus feet of the Lord. However, in this age of Kali, if one to attain the Lord, then the only and only recommended process is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Srila Prabhupada, he is giving a quotation from Narada Pancharatra, where he says, and this verse also explains the importance of chanting the holy name. The essence of all Vedic knowledge comprehending the three kinds of Vedic activity, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, and Upasana Kanda, the chandas or Vedic hymns, and the processes for satisfying the demigods is included in the 8 syllables Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This is the reality of all Vedanta. The chanting of the holy name is the only means to cross the ocean of nescience. That means if one is at all desirous to become successful in his execution of Krishna consciousness in this age of Kali, he has to take up this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra with all seriousness. Without chanting, nothing is possible. Similarly, the Kali Samtana Upanishad states, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. These 16 names composed of 32 syllables are the only means to counteract the evil effects of Kali Yuga. In all the Vedas, it is seen that to cross the ocean of nescience, there is no alternative to the chanting of the holy name. Similarly, Sri Madhvacharya, while commenting upon the Mundaka Upanishad, has quoted the following verse from the Narayana Samhita. Dwapari Janai Vishnu पंचरात्रिस्तु केवल ही कलौतु नाम मात्रेण पूज्यते भगवान हरि. In Dwapar Yuga, one could satisfy Krishna or Vishnu simply only by worshipping him gorgeously, according to the Pancharatrika system. But in the age of Kali, one can satisfy and worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari simply by chanting the holy name. So now, after hearing the glories of the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one may think there is no necessity to take initiation. We can just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and then we can attain all success. My dear devotees, what do you think? Can we say, okay, Mahamantra is all powerful? Even Chaitanya Charitamrita also says, Diksha purastarja vidyapeksha na kare, jivha sparsya chandala sabare uddhare. There is no need of Diksha or purastarana. Just by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can attain all success. So that means it is not required to take initiation. Just chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. What do you think? Hare Krishna Mahamantra is all powerful. With no need. We can just chant and we can get the result. Yes, Kalika Devi Dasi.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. I mean, in this Kali Yuga, without chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we can't. But without Guru, we can't approach. We can't progress in our spiritual life. So the mantra.
Are you not minimizing Krishna's potency? Krishna is all powerful. His mantra is not different from Krishna. He can avoid everything. Why unnecessarily we are bringing in Guru and we have to take initiation? There is no need. Actually, Shastra says.
Krishna also said you need a Guru. Without Guru, the potency won't be there. Because knowledge has to come from this disciplic succession, like Krishna has given this.
Where Krishna has said, tell me, give me the quotation. Krishna has said that you have to take initiation.
But it's. I mean, Srila Prabhupada has said. Srila Prabhupada is parampara or parampara system.
Okay. Okay, you are.
So that's how I understand.
Okay. But some devotee they feel there is no Banging Govinda Prabhu. Hey, I am not able to hear you.
This is having in my mind.
I'm not able to hear.
1 minute, Prabhu. So this is what I mean. I was
Parampara, there are many in the Parampara system, many had taken Siksha, just the teachings, and there was no Diksha at all.
So Diksha is not required, right?
So which means just Harinam was given.
Prabhuji, I'm not
Yeah,
able to hear you. You
that-
have a problem in internet.
no,
I think your connection is not strong today.
oh, okay. Here,
Haribol.
no, what I,
I'm not able to hear you.
what I was
No, we can't hear you, Prabhu. Silas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I believe it's my understanding is that from the way our parampara system works, that Srila Prabhupada was giving, when he's giving Harinam Diksha is actually when you do the Gayatri. So the Harinam
Yeah.
initiation is an informal initiation anyway, is it not?
Now you are coming up. Yes. So what do you say?
So basically to chant you're able to chant effectively without initiation, because that is what that initiation is. It is a open mantra. The initiation, I think, is only when you get second initiation, no?
Gayatri mantra. So that means to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you don't require any initiation, right?
I'm not sure whether that's the answer, but that's my understanding from how it operates.
No, I'm also telling the same thing. I'm joining with you. If anybody has any complaint, they can complain to us. Then we can deal with them.
I'll stand behind you, Prabhu.
Yes, my dear devotee. So Hare Krishna Mahamantra is Diksha means Gayatri Mantra Diksha. So we don't need to take Harinam initiation. Yes, Narsingar Nitai Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, it is mentioned Srimad
Prabhu,
Bhagavatam 10th
Prabhu, can you hear
canto.
me, Prabhu?
Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yeah.
It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, chapter 1, verse number 4. Nivrittatasya rupagiyamanat bhava oshoda chhatra mano viramat kauttama sloka gunanubadat puman virajat vina pasugnat. So translation is, glorification of the Supreme Person of Godhead is performed in the Parampara system. That is, it is conveyed from spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is relished by those no longer interested in the false temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. Description of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord except a butcher or one who is killing his own self? So it is coming down through the disciplic succession, Prabhu.
Okay. Yes, Sudai Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, humble pranams.
Hello.
Prabhuji, what I understood, I may be wrong, but I'm just trying to explain what I understood. It's maybe it's if the ultimate goal of chanting Hare Krishna is to attain Krishna Prema, no? So to attain Krishna Prema, somebody who already has got Krishna Prema has to guide us. Otherwise, we may attain liberation, but to attain Krishna Prema, initiation is required.
Doesn't Prabhupada say the ultimate goal of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is to be able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Prabhu?
Yeah. And then chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you get Krishna Prem. So there is no need. Bankim Govinda Prabhu.
Prabhu, receiving Hare Krishna Mahamantra also need Guru.
Prabhu, can you hear me, Prabhu?
Bankim Govinda Prabhu.
Prabhu? Yeah, can you hear me, Prabhu? Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yeah. Yes.
Am I audible, Prabhu?
Yes.
Okay. No, what I was trying to say, oh, thank you, Prabhu. What I was trying to say is, in fact, this is the same class I heard from one other Maharaj today, and he was quoting reference from our disciplines where they have not taken Diksha, like Harinam mantra. So what Maharaj is, there is no requirement to take a Diksha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no requirement to take a Diksha. Diksha not required.
I don't know, I didn't hear everything. You said that Diksha is not required. So some Maharaj you heard.
Yeah, Diksha not required, just Harinam Siksha. Even a Siksha Guru giving Harinam mantra is enough.
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah.
Now let us understand this from Jiva Goswami. Suresh Prabhu, listen
Yes, Prabhu.
carefully. Okay? And Bankim Govinda Prabhu, you also listen very carefully. Srila Prabhupada has quoted from Bhakti Sandarbha. In his Bhakti Sandarbha text 284, Srila Jiva Goswami strongly emphasizes the chanting of the holy name of the Lord as follows. How one should chant the holy name of the Lord. Okay? Nanu Bhagavan Namatmaka eva mantra. Like these mantras, the Vedic hymns constitute the name of the Supreme Lord. That is called mantra. Tatra Visheshena Namaha Sabdadi Alankrita Sri Bhagavata. So Tatra Visheshena Namaha Sabdadi Alankrita. Like when you go to a place where a Brahmana is performing sacrifice, you will see sometimes you will say Gurove Namaha, Krishnaya Swaha, Swadha, this Namaha, Swaha, Swadha, all these are also added to the mantra. Sri Bhagavata Srimad Rishibhis Jahita Shakti Visheshaha. So in this mantra, Supreme Lord and the Rishis, they have invested the power. Sri Bhagavata Bhagavata Samam Atma Sambandha Vishesha Pratipadakascha Tatra Kevalani Sri Bhagavan Namani Api Nirapekshani Eva Parama Purusartha Phala Prayatna Paryanta Dana Samarthani Tata Mantreshu Namata Api Adhika Namar Samarthya Labdhe Katham Diksha Apeksha. So here Jiva Goswami is saying that because these names of the Lord are so powerful that Lord has invested his power, potencies in this, and they can independently render the result, then why is it necessary to take Diksha? You try to see, in the beginning he said, Nanu Bhagavan Namatmaka eva mantra. Even Gayatri mantra, there is also Lord's name is there. Okay? So if you say from your perspective that mantra diksha is not necessary, even Gayatri mantra diksha is not necessary in this connection, what Jiva Goswami is explaining, see Bhagavan Namani api nirapekshani eva parama purusartha, means without accompanied by any other process or any other help, just this Bhagavan Nam can give all purusartha, phala. Paryanta dana. All Purushastra flow can be given by this mantra. Tata mantresu नामतः अपि अधिक सामर्थ्य लब्धे. So in that way, mantra has also got lot of potency. Therefore, katham diksha apeksha? Why diksha is necessary? Now he is giving the answer. Uchyate yadi api swarupata nasti. If you make a study of the swarupa of the holy name, it is not required to take initiation. This is a fact. Swarupata. Because it is all powerful to avoid any result. All purusartha can be attained simply by chanting. Therefore, he is saying, Yadyapi Swarupato Nasti. From the study of the Swarupa of the Lord, a Lord's holy name, you can conclude that it is not necessary to take initiation. Tathapi. Then again he says, Tathapi Praya Swabhavata Dehadi Sambandhena. Every living entity born with a particular swabhav nature. Okay? Banking Govinda Prabhu, just listen what I am reading right now. Don't write anything on the chat box. Just listen carefully. After that, you have any question, we'll deal with it. Okay? So here, Jiva Goswami is saying, even though Swarupataha, there is no need of taking initiation according to the evidence of Shastra, tathapi, still, but praya swabhavato dehadi sambandhena kadarja shilanam vikshipta chittana. People or living entities, they have received a particular type of body because of the previous nature, right? Because of the nature, they have been born with a particular body, and which is helping them to have a disgusting virtue, right? Let me tell you, somebody who is born in a very highly, wealthy family, because his body is born in that family, they sometimes, speak a lot of erratic language. Their behavior is very, very, disgusting. They do all kind of kadarja vyavahar. Kadarya silanam. Kadarja means, as you know, unwanted behavior. Sila means behavior. So these people, because they are born in their particular family or particular situation or in a particular status, so they have adopted a kind of disgusting way of life. Or sometimes somebody who is born in a Brahmana family, they feel, oh, we are superior to everyone. That's called kadarja sila, kadarja behavior, disgusting behavior. Okay? Then vikshipta chittana, distracted mind. We don't have to give much more explanation about how people having distracted mind in this age of Kali. Everybody is having a distracted mind. And many of us have this disgusting behavior. Now, Jiva Goswami is saying, Dehadi Sambandhena Kadarja Shilanam Vikshipta Chittanam Jananam Tat Sankochi Karanaya Srimad Rishi Prabhritivir Atra Archanamarge Kochit Kachit Kinchin Maryada Sthapi Tasti. This is the crack of everything. Try to listen very carefully. Because the living entities are born with different kind of disgusting behavior and their mind is always distracted. Tat sankochi karanaya. To curb this ill behavior and distracted mind, Srimad Rishi Prabhritivhi Atra Archana Marge Kochit. Means these rishis, they have established some niyama, rules, how in the Archana Marga, how this mantra should be chanted. Maryada sthapita asti. They have established a Maryada. Maryada means, like we know, without taking mantra diksha, one is not allowed to perform archana for the deity, right? So if we say this, then for Harinam it is not required. You don't need. But happens, Rishi Prabhutivir Maryada Sthapita Asti. So in our parampara, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he has followed this Harinam initiation process. Prabhupada also has followed this process. Now, if we don't follow them, then we are actually offenders. We are not following the parampara. They are also our rishis. So I will give you one quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam. In the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, in Prithu Maharaj's description, he says, I'll just read the okay, maybe I can read the Sanskrit also. Asmin loke thava musmin munibhi tattvadarshibhi drishta yogaha prayuktascha pumsam shreya prasiddhaye, to benefit all human society, not only in this life, but in the next. The great seers and sages have prescribed various methods conducive to the prosperity of the people in general. So these acharyas, they have established the process to be followed by the people to attain success in their spirituality. So he's saying we have to follow the standard process established by the acharyas, the rishis. One who follows the principles and instructions enjoined by the great sages of the past can utilize these instructions for practical purposes. Such a person can very easily enjoy life and pleasures. Then last, hear very carefully. A foolish person who manufactures his own way, as we said, disgusting behavior, distracted mind, they will manufacture their own way. And means through mental speculation and does not recognize the authority of the sages who lay down unimpeachable directions is simply unsuccessful again and again in their attempts. So here Bhagavatam Siddhanta tells that when we don't follow the standards established by the previous acharyas, we manufacture the process by our whimsical mind, and how much we try again and again, we will fail in our attempt. That means if we say mantra diksha means Gayatri mantra diksha, Harinam initiation is not hinted here, then I would say then you are disobeying the orders of the previous acharyas. Here Srila Jiva Goswami is saying, and that the Maryada which is established by the previous acharyas, and also I quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam by referring to Prithu Maharaj, how much you try, you will not attain success. That means if you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra without initiation, you will not be able to successful according to Prithu Maharaj's Siddhanta and the Siddhanta given by Jiva Goswami. And another thing, in our society, in Archan, we teach our devotees, they begin Archan with Hare Krishna Mahamantra, they have to conclude the Archan with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because we are not qualified to do deity worship in this age of Kali. That means how much we try, there will be always some flaw in our deity worship. Therefore, to bring completeness to our service to the deity, we have to start with Hare Krishna Mahamantra and conclude with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So now, if you are doing that for deity worship, then how can you say that this mantra, which here Jiva Goswami is saying, that rishis they have for Archana Marga, they have recommended that mantra Diksha is necessary. Now, this Krishna Nam is also mantra Diksha in one way, because Krishna's name is there. Then if you don't follow that, then how are you going to do it, use it in deity worship? Or how it is going to render the result? So that means what acharyas have explained, established, we have to follow that. We cannot manufacture our own way, own practice. If you do that, then what happens? That means you are definitely disobeying Bhaktisiddhanta Swami Thakur. You are disobeying Prabhupada. Then how can you believe success? Huh? So the process which have been established by the acharyas, the niyama, that must be followed. That is the success. This is how the samadhan have been given by Jiva Goswami here. Okay, now question is, floor is for you. You can ask any question or counter argue, then we can look into it. Did you understand what I explained?
Prabhu, kindly could you tell me the verse number of 4th Kanta Srimad Bhagavatam? Pitu Maharaj explained.
418, 3, 4, 5, 3 verses. 418,
418,
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. Thank you, Prabhu.
Now, any confusion, any doubt you have, please ask me now. This confusion is there in mind of the many devotees. They feel Harinam initiation is not necessary. It was instituted by Prabhupada, this, that, so many things they say. That's why we quoted from Bhagavatam, and also we refer to Jiva Goswami's Anuched number 284 of Bhakti Sandarbha. Yes, Chanchal Kapoor.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Am I right in saying, as I understand it now after listening to you, that you do not have to have a spiritual master, but if you follow the rules established by the acharyas of chanting Hare Krishna name every day and do it with sincerity and love for Krishna, then you'll be successful in going back to Godhead?
If you have taken initiation, yes.
So do we need to have the initiation?
Yes, we need to have initiation.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I'll tell you, I'll give you another example. Srila Rupa Goswami, he has written this nectar of devotion. He is saying, Guru Pada Shraya Tasmat Krishna Dikkhadi Shikshanam Visambhena Guru Seva Sadhu Marga Anugamanam. So he is saying also that Guru Padasra, then Diksha Shikshadi. And there Diksha Shiksha, Diksha and Shiksha, both. So if we are not taking again just this second initiation, then what about following the previous acharya? This Prithu Maharaj is saying, anyone who is just mentally is concocting his way, then he is not going to become successful. So then how can you avoid that fault? So it is necessary to take initiation, even in Mahamantra, in our parampara. Yes, Banking Govinda Prabhu.
Prabhu, can you hear me?
Prabhu, you are not clearly audible today.
Is my voice audible, Prabhu?
You are
Is it
now
audible,
audible,
Prabhu?
tell me. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. was saying that if you get a Harinam initiation, just a Harinam initiation from a Siksha Guru, that itself is sufficient, because even in our disciplic succession, not all acharyas have got Diksha. Like Jagannatha is what one class I heard, if I understood it right. So with Harinam can advance from this is called Siksha initiation. Then there is something called Diksha initiation, the second initiation. Then the third one is a Brahmana initiation. So with Siksha initiation, that is sufficient. Am I clear, Prabhu?
Shiksha initiation, what do you mean by Shiksha initiation? Shiksha, you just take Shiksha. Initiation here, you are taking the mantra from the Guru, and after that also you continue to take instructions from the spiritual master. And this is just to respect our parampara, because if we are not doing that, then we are actually disrespecting the parampara. What it is saying? Even this
No.
from
what I heard,
Utpata yaiva kalpate. So this is a Pancharatri Vidhi system introduced by our acharyas, previous acharyas. So if you are not following that, that means you are disrespecting the acharyas. Because you are disrespecting the acharyas, Jiva Goswami is saying, no, they have established. You cannot disrespect them. If you are disrespecting, then you will not get the follow, will not get the result.
So Jagannath Babaji, did he get Diksha, Prabhuji?
How can you say he didn't take Diksha?
Because that succession, I mean, maybe it's not clear. So, but they've got the Harinam. This is what I
No,
heard.
he got Diksha, and also he got Besh, Babaji Besh. That's also a part of Babaji Diksha.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He got.
Okay. Maybe then my understanding is wrong then.
No, the point is here, try to understand one thing here. Definitely, Harinam is powerful, you don't require to take initiation. But that's what he says, no, that I'm reading again. Jadyapi Sarupata Nasti. If you make an assessment of the Sarupa of the holy name, it is not required to take initiation. Tathapi. After that, he is cutting that argument. Jiva Goswami. Tathapi Prayas स्वभावत देहादि संबंधेन कदर्यशीलानां विक्षिप्त चित्तानां जनानां तत्संकोचीकरणाय श्रीमद् ऋषि प्रभृतिभिर अत्र अर्चना मार्गे क्वचित क्वचित. So these rishis, whatever standard practice they have established, we have to follow that, because we are kadarjashila or we are vikshipta chitta. So in this age of Kali, how many people you find who are devoid of Kadarja Sila and Vikshipta Chitta? Almost all of them are Kadarja Sila and Vikshipta Chitta. And for them, our rishis, they have established Archana Marga Paddhati. And in our case, our immediate Acharya is Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Surya Thakur. So if you are not following their system of life and you are quoting that, no, we can Harinam is enough, that means you are disobeying them, your immediate Acharya. When you are disobeying your immediate Acharya, how can you expect success in your mantra? Then he's saying, no. Again, I quoted this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Prithu Maharaj is saying, a foolish person who manufactures his own way and means through mental speculation and does not recognize the authority of the sages who lay down in unimpeachable directions is simply unsuccessful again and again in his attempts. He is very clearly mentioned. This is Bhagavatam Siddhanta. Okay, I am not talking anything. I am referring to Srimad Bhagavatam. I am referring to Jiva Goswami. If you are not following your immediate Acharya, means you are actually disobeying the order of Prithu Maharaj, Bhagavata Siddhanta. And Jiva Goswami is also saying. And we know we are all Kadarja Sila and Vikshipta Chitta. For us, this system has been introduced. You see, Prabhupada, he has said that no, this Harinam initiation is very, very essential, because when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you will become purified. Then only you can chant Gayatri Mantra. To chant Gayatri Mantra also we need to have some qualification. So therefore, to have faith installed in the devotees, and the system has been introduced by our acharyas, immediate previous acharyas, then when we are not following that, we are jumping ahead, then you are disobeying them. Then you should do prayaschitta. Jiva Goswami is saying in his commentary, I am not reading further, he is saying those who disobey this, then they have to do prayaschitta. This is also, you read that Anuched more, afterwards, then you will say, he is saying you have to do prayaschitta if you disobey. Then how are you kind of, how to understand this? See, I am not speaking
Fine,
from
Prabhu.
myself. I quoted from Prithu Maharaj, from Bhagavatam, and I am quoting from Jiva Goswami. That's it. Shailesh Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, thank you for crystal clear answer there. So that was really very enlightening. So I have a question now. The second issue is the definition of Diksha. One who has surrendered to a spiritual master and has taken initiation in the heart is sufficient according to Shastra, or you need the formality of an institution?
Formality have been established by the acharyas, you have to follow the formality. Here, as we say, Rishi Prabhriti Marjada Sthapitasti. The rishis, they have established the Maryada, the Niyama, the rules, the process. So we have to follow that.
But if the Guru has accepted you, do you need the formality?
No. Listen. I don't know what you mean by Guru has accepted or what.
So I'll give you an example. For instance, George Harrison and Srila Prabhupada had an understanding of initiation, but he said, you don't need the formality, you don't need a name. You are as good as my disciple. So does that mean he is a disciple or he's not a disciple?
Okay, if Guru is saying like that, then I would accept that. He said, okay, this is as good as Diksha. Then that's okay, I would say. But if Guru has not said that, then I would say we have to follow the this you cannot.
That was my question. That if the Guru and disciple have between the two hearts have been
No. Listen, Silas Prabhu. Here, the thing is very clear. If Prabhupada said George Harrison, there's an extreme situation that Guru has personally told him, okay, now it is, I accept, you have taken initiation from me. Even though they have not formally done this, sitting in a fire sacrifice, Prabhupada is giving him name, I don't know, whatever. Okay? So that has not been followed, but Prabhupada has accepted him. That understand. Now, you cannot quote this as an evidence, and without being instructed by Guru in this similar fashion, somebody says, no, this is the evidence and I will do. No, this will not apply. Because personal relationship with Guru is personal. This is not general. So, and Guru initiation is required because this system has been established by the previous acharyas. So if my Guru has said, no, you don't need to take formal initiation, I am accepting you as my disciple, then he gives you name, that's fine. I would say like that. If Guru has not said, then we cannot quote this and accept this as the authority. Makes sense to you, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
You see, our system is very scientific. And the process of initiation, Diksha Kale, Shishya Kare, Atma Samarpan. You surrender yourself to your Guru actually. And at that time, Krishna accepts as his own because he is representing Guru, Krishna. So there are some other aspects are also kind of involved here. So respect to the acharyas, the rishis, the process is very, very important. This is a part of success in our Krishna consciousness. That part sometimes we forget. Sudevi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, my question is a person who has received Harinama Diksha but who is not able to take guidance from Guru, then is it an aparad or something like that?
He has to take instruction from Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru also he can take.
Okay. Shiksha Guru, guidance from Shiksha Guru is also okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Devahuti.
Hare Krishna. How do I find my guru? I just wanted to ask you.
How do you find your Guru?
Yes.
Where are you from?
I am from Maharashtra. Right now I am in Nagpur.
Nagpur. Is there a temple nearby your house?
Yes, there's a beautiful ISKCON temple not near my house, a few kilometers away.
Okay. You go to the temple, meet with some devotees, and associate with them. They will guide you to be part of some training program. You get trained in Krishna consciousness, learn philosophy, then you have to do the disciple course. Then in disciple course, you will be taught how to select a guru.
So you cannot be my guru.
No, I am not guru.
Okay. I thought you are guru and you will bless us with all this initiation and all. So I thought it's okay. So I have to go to the temple and I have to meet the devotees there, associate with them and learn the disciple course and then become a disciple.
No, when you do disciple course, you will learn how to select your guru. You are saying,
then I only have to select the guru. The guru will not select me.
you will select guru will also select you.
Okay.
Means when you select this person should be my guru, then you have to tell this person that now I want to become your disciple. Then guru will also test you whether he going to accept you as his disciple or not. Then after guru has agreed, you also agreed, there will be initiation.
So I do the 16 rounds. I chant in the morning. I get up early. I listen to the Bhagavad classes and all Bhagavatam classes also. And right now, Salil Prabhuji has given me this link. So I joined in immediately to listen to you. You are in Mayapur. So now Salil Prabhuji from Toronto.
Yeah.
So he had asked me to join this link immediately to listen to you, and I want to listen to all these classes every day. So now I'll go to the temple and I'll do as you have directed me, and we can take anyone as guru, anyone who has been initiated as a guru earlier. So we can take anyone as a guru.
Yeah, you do the course, then you will know, Mataji. You will know that.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna, Hari Bol.
Palika Devidasi, Palika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I just wanted to know, please forgive me for my question. I just wanted to, this is different from what we've been discussing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has taken initiation from Mayavadi. I know it's very transcendental. It's beyond my understanding. I still want to understand this. How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is the Lord himself, he knows everything. So how
Took initiation to teach us that we have to take initiation from a guru, and especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, actually that is history. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after he took his initiation from Ishwar Puri, and when he came back to Mayapur, he was immersed in the love of Godhead. Anything he says, that now afterwards we're going to speak about that when one chants the holy name of Krishna, pure holy name, what happens to him? He becomes mad after love of Godhead. And his behavior is not regular. He behaves in a very irregular manner. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu behaved irregular manner, then his friends and other people, they were finding fault with him. That means they are creating offense unto Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very concerned about their deliverance. He is thinking that I came to deliver them, now they are offending me. Oh, they will not get delivered. Therefore, he decided to take sannyas. And on those days, the Shankaracharya Sampradaya, they had got 10 different groups. And he went to, what are those groups? Parvata, Saraswati, Bharati, Puri, okay? These are the groups. And Mahaprabhu went to take sannyas from one of the group called Bharati. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and first of all, he gave mantra to him. And then Kesava Bharati Maharaj, he gave the same mantra to Mahaprabhu. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Not that he took some mantra from Mayavadi and he became Mayavadi. No, no. Even though he went to establish, then first of all, he initiated him, then only he initiated Mahaprabhu. So like that, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pastime, there is some history behind why he took sannyas. And how he took sannyas also we should know. So in that way, there is no fault in that process.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Shailesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So slightly deviating from the right direct subject matter. In our understanding that initiation has to follow according to how the parampara has given the structure. How do we understand initiation within the non-affiliated Ritvik type groups where they're effectively taking initiation from Prabhupada directly, even though Prabhupada is no longer here to give initiation? Is that a kind of, does that fall into this bogus type argument?
You tell me now, in our parampara, which acharya has established this system? You tell me.
None. That's what I'm saying. So it effectively is this
concoction. That's a concoction. If no acharya has established this system, let me tell you, even another thing I can tell you. If you go to South India, there are different people, they worship Salagram Shila at home. And you go, you will find little slightly different, mode of worship followed by different people. You cannot say this is right, that is wrong. No, in their parampara, they have received that kind of system they are following. We should respect them. They are following. Similarly, in our parampara, where is that Ritvik system established by any acharya? When no acharya has established this system, that means that's a mental concoction by some individual. And when we are concocting that, I read out from Prithu Maharaj, how much you try, you'll not get in success. Is it clear?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Very clear.
Otherwise, why we say we need to follow parampara? This is the reference. That rishis, they have studied the disgusting behavior and destructive mind structure of the Kali Yuga entity, and they have established them some standard system. So we have to follow, we have to respect their system. That's it. That is our success. Otherwise, we will become concoctive. And concoction has negative result.
Another unrelated question. You mentioned earlier that when Guru gives instructions, they're normally for the individual according to the time, place, circumstance for the individual. And that shouldn't be replicated unnecessarily for other circumstances. But we have today a plethora of repetition of Prabhupada's instructions, which are quoted over and over again in different time, place, and circumstance. So Prabhupada may have said one thing to one person in a particular time, place, and circumstance, but that is then reused as praman when people are requoting for their own circumstances or their own effect or their own, purposes. Is that therefore incorrect when people are requoting Prabhupada out of context?
I got it. You see, Prabhu, there are certain instructions given by Prabhupada as general instructions. General instructions are applicable to all devotees because this is general. Then there are some particular instructions that cannot be general. Another thing. Sometimes, even if it is a general instruction, a person, he quotes it to justify his ill motives. That is also not correct. Prabhupada has given an instruction to achieve a particular goal. Okay? Prabhupada says, okay, you follow your authority. Because that authority was good. Prabhupada said him to follow because he knew that this devotee is not actually properly situated in his consciousness. If he followed that devotee who is in the authoritative position now, then he will learn many things to become perfect in Krishna consciousness. So that's why Prabhupada told him, hey, follow your authority. I am quoting my subordinate. You see, Prabhupada always instructed his disciples to follow authority. Why I am quoting this? I am not a qualified authority. I am using Prabhupada's instruction just to become a boss to control my dependent devotees. Because he is more skillful, he is more capable than me. Just to control him, I am using Prabhupada's instruction in this connection. Even though it appears like it's a general instruction that we need to follow our authority, I am misusing that statement. I am not a qualified authority, but I want. Another example. Guru says disciples should be 100% following spiritual master. This is a common instruction, right? But if you are not a Siddha Guru, and you expect your disciple to follow you 100%, actually you are a cheater, you are going to exploit your disciple. A cheater guru will expect his disciple to buy only business class ticket. A cheater guru who is not a Siddha Guru, he will exploit his disciples in many ways. But it Shastra says, the Prabhupada says, no, follow your guru 100%. You are not a Siddha Guru. You are a Sadhaka Guru. You are behaving in a pretentious way. That is not correct, Prabhu. So, not that all instructions are not to be followed or all instructions should be generally followed. But according to we are not a piece of stone. Everybody is an individual. They are born with some consciousness. They have, a quality to judge right thing and wrong thing according to their understanding of scriptures. We cannot bully anyone. Neither we should pretend to become like a Siddha Bhakta when we are just sadhakas. Our true color will come up one day. Better to behave on the platform that we are. Otherwise, just by quoting Prabhupada and trying to justify our approach to a particular situation is not always correct, because my intentions are not correct. I am not pure. How can you say that instruction apply to me and I am quoting Prabhupada? No, that is cheating. That is not correct. Am I able to explain properly, Prabhu?
Yes, it's very clear, Prabhu. It's very clear.
Very good. You see, I don't want to bully anyone who are coming to my class. I want to tell the truth, and you also kind of have all right to ask me unless you understand proper reasoning. Otherwise, what happens? You're going to become another sentimentalist. I don't want to create any sentimentalists in my class. I want you all to understand this with proper reasoning You have all right to, you have given freedom to ask questions until you are satisfied, until you are convinced. Otherwise, I am not giving justice. That's why I'm saying, you see, I want you all to understand things from proper perspective. Then you become sincere practitioner, serious practitioner of Krishna consciousness. Don't just believe on me. You can ask me. Okay, any other question or comment, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, regarding this topic, in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th Kanta, Narad Muni, he was given instruction to Vasudev that there is mentioned, he narrated this following story from Navajagandra pastime. So there are three categories of guru: mood of goodness, mood of passion, and mood of ignorance. Those who receive guru, mood of goodness, his disciples to become a mood of goodness. Those who receive guru, mood of passion, disciple also become a mood of passion. If receive guru, mood of ignorance, disciple also become like this, mood of ignorance. So I accepted your this answer, Prabhu. It is 100% correct and true.
Okay.
We have to follow the disciplic succession, through the disciplic succession.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, thank you, dear devotees. So we have completed unto text number 76. We'll continue from text number 77 next time. Today, the discussion came about whether we should take initiation or not. I hope it was clear. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.